meeting of this kind for CND some years ago, where a candidate, Webster Gardner, speaking to a CND audience, explained that the badge that people were wearing, the symbol, was the cloven foot of the devil, and that they were doing the work of Mephistopheles. It wasn't the best start in engaging an audience. My party believe in the nuclear deterrent, they believe in renewing Trident, and they also believe in the great fallacy that all's well in the world if Britain is punching above our weight militarily. We've known from both Iraq and Helmand that punching above our weight means spending outside of our interests and dying beyond our responsibilities. And there were 632 British soldiers who died in vain because of our following that fallacy, and uncounted numbers of Iraqis and Afghans. I'm aching to get back to Parliament to follow up disclosure on all these things. We've waited 5 years for Chilcot, still not there. We still haven't started the inquiry into the Helmand incursion. And I believe that Parliament's in a very bad state. On the last day of Parliament, I spoke 8 times. It was a terrible day because we heard something that shocked us all, something that involves John. It was the disclosure that our secret services had been spying on many of our good comrades, idealists who were fighting for truth, for good things, and they followed them. They only were doing them when they were in these dreadful subversive organisations. Many of us have been involved in for a long time, but they did it when they were ministers. And this same great secret service, plus the police, didn't notice that one man who'd been to 11 New Year's Eve parties at 10 Downing Street was doing anything wrong, and that was Sir Jimmy Savile. They didn't notice Sir Jimmy Smith either. But this extraordinary setup we've had with the Met Police, the deep corruption that's gone on, is something that's a shock to all of us. I want to make sure that we have this debate. Now, I'm aching to see my Scottish colleagues return. They're good pals, but we've known for years. But I'm afraid it doesn't look that way. But there will be a consolation in that, that Trident will be on the agenda in Parliament. I've seen a report that 75% of Labour candidates in this election are for getting rid of Trident. It's a useless virility symbol that can't be used without us guaranteeing our destruction of our whole species. And it's a piece of bravado going back to the ideas of the last century. And if we put half the effort into peace building, into confidence building, as we do into warmongering, the world will be a better place. The final point I'd like to make, in March 2003, I sent a letter to Tony Blair saying, if we go into Iraq behind Bush without making any kind of attempt at a settlement in the situation in the Holy Land, we will deepen that division between the Muslim Eastern community and the Christian Western community. And my goodness, has that come tragically true, where we've not only, when we went in there, we were going to destroy terrorism, and what we've done is multiply it. Instead of having one major terrorist organization, they've spread to a dozen different countries, and it's the greatest threat we have in the world. It's a mindset change that we need in Parliament, and I'm asking for your support to get me back there to continue the fight.